All right, guys, let's talk about today's price action. Really amazing price action. If you knew, you knew. But to us who got destroyed, I'm going to explain what happened. Well, not destroyed, but took more trades than I should have. Overall, positive on the day, but not happy about it. Let's look at the daily chart. I mentioned to you that we are in this fair value gap area where we had shown a lot of price action before as well. And we are in a making of another fair value gap over here. This is the time around 9 in the morning when the candle was bullish, and we were just before these relative equal highs over here, which is the buy side I noted out over here. And that's all I mentioned on the daily chart. So on the hourly chart, we had this fair value gap noted out, and we had a new week opening gap, new day opening gap over here as well. And before the 9, we had these high made before this buy side, which was a minor buy side, and then I had also noted out minor sell side, which you will see better during 1 minute chart. So overall, that's what happened on the hourly. We took support on this fair value gap and went back up, and then we made this small area of fair value gap over here. So on the 1 minute, I mentioned that I'm looking for this minor sell side over here at 615, and on the buy side I said I'm looking for this minor buy side. And if we take out the minor buy side before going towards the actual buy side and we reject, I'm going to target this minor sell side and later target the buy side, and vice versa. That's what I mentioned. Okay, why did I choose these minor buy and sell side? Well, the idea is that I draw an octant from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and the upper 0.5 of the range aligns almost equal to the minor buy side, so there is a possibility that the price will gravitate towards this area, which also aligns with London high, right? The lower side of the 0.5 of the range is inside of the hourly fair value gap, which aligns with the minor sell side right above the new day opening gap. So both were high probability, so we were 50-50 on the range. Let's look at what happened when the market opens. So here is the price just bouncing off of this fair value gap over here, making relative equal lows, minor sell side, and at the end before market opens we make another low, go back up, take our London high and minor buy side. Now at this point the market is open, we come back down into this fair value gap, rush up, close this fair value gap, and then go up, stop just before the buy side. Then we consolidate, reject, and finally what happens next? We go down. Now I'm going to share my executions. My first trade was here. I entered right about here. As you can see, my entry. I got stopped out instantly because I put my stop over here and I got stopped out right. I entered and I got stopped out instantly. So because I put my stop loss wrong, and then I entered again, in which I took a partial and totally got out here, right? And then again, I entered, I got stopped out over here. Again, I entered on the same candle because I thought it will be rejected. I waited, but this time I put my stop a little bit away so I don't get stopped out. I pyramid another position, then I pyramid another position into this big wick that you see, and you see me noted out the 0.5 of the range, and I was looking at these candles stopping in that 0.5 of the range, so I was like, okay, this is going up now. So I pyramid again here. We make a fair value gap, go above this perfect inversion again. I take a partial, and then it stops me out when I get break even over here. So profit in this trade, stopped out, break even afterwards. And then we see this sweep down into this rejection block, go back up into this fair value gap area over here, this fair value gap, and then finally dump down again. Then I kept looking at the price for a little bit later in the morning. I saw that we have been started rejecting this area over here, right? And I entered finally on this. I saw that okay, this fair value gap, the mid of that fair value gap is being respected very well. So I entered, took a partial on this low, and then got out over here. And I instantly entered around this area over here. Pyramid heavily. I wanted to position myself heavy here because we already took the sell side, and I was wondering we will go towards the buy side. Well, add one here, add one, another one here. I don't know what this is, but I got out over here because um, my after pyramiding, when you pyramid, your position moves down if you buy, and your position moves up if you sell before the entry price. So my position was all down, and I moved my stop above, and that's why I make it as break even. I was in profit, and then I got stopped out over here. I re-enter for the same idea. I enter here on this 0.5 of the range, the 0 of this area over here. Each time price went down, I entered here, then I entered here again, and then we closed above, and finally I had to go to work, so I had some things to do. I exited my trade right before it rallied, and I didn't look back. I just left. Came back, and then I started journaling, and I saw that we had a whole rally after that. But it's okay. It was not mine, so I didn't think of anything. I shared my P&L, even though it was a rough day. Both of the trades I had to enter twice or three times, but it's okay. If you get stopped out in profit, that's fine. You can enter the same ID again until it's valid, and you should just stop entering when the trade is no longer valid. This idea here was valid. See me entering again, and I exited because I had no time, but the trade idea was valid. Same I think for this. The trade idea was valid until we saw this huge candle down. Now, this was not valid anymore, right? This is valid because we are holding 50% of the range. So that was the day. I learned a few things here and there. One thing I learned is that the projection that I do with 0.5 that I learned on one of the lectures from ICT is really helpful. Using this, I actually longed the low of the day, and if I had followed this today and we went all the way up to 20, what is this called, went all the way up to this area, right, minor buy side over here, and then stopped just shy of this area and went down, and then eventually came down to that minor sell side as well. It tells me that these are very important levels and we should look into them whenever we try to trade. But all in all, I'll see you tomorrow.